Kiraju, Mr. Pat Lenehan and Mr. Paul Kinsey. And they're from Longspan, and they're going to talk about fire performance. Now, fire performance at airports is hugely important, particularly the bigger the airport, the bigger the fire problems which you can get. This has derailed some airport developments quite significantly in getting the fire certificates. So, gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi everybody. On behalf of Kingspan, our CEO, Mr. Gene Murdoch, myself, my partners, most welcome to this elite presentation of today. And we have been asked by our chairman to express our special thanks to the organization, to Mr. Birdal, Mr. Chalk, and all the guests here. Today, as Mr. Chalk mentioned, the fire performance at airports is surely very important, and the selection of material is also very important. And in the previous talks, they mentioned architectural offices whom we were closely working has chosen most of the materials, obviously, at this airport as well, with fire retardant materials. Okay, today I'll start my presentation. We are in the panel industry last 32 years, and obviously in this territory we have the unique production having FM and LPCB certifications. And we have last 32 years shipped more than 30 million fire-safe panels to the market. Fire-safe, high-performance isophonic core, what we have in our products, and this is totally under our know-how. We have sophisticated panel joint systems, which has a lot of effect on fire issues, manufactured on state-of-art production facilities, in which in Turkey we have 2 facilities, and in city of Bolu and city of Adana, and the one in Adana is in the world's first 5 lines. Panel system performs as a non-combustible building element, and our know-how will not promote the fire spread. That's the reason why we are getting FM approved and LPCB certifications. FM Approvals is a certification organization that provides industrial and commercial product certification and testing service worldwide. A product that bears the FM Approval certification mark FM Approved means it has been tested and found to comply with requirements of specific national and/or international. If you are looking all the investments and all the airport facilities in US, there is no one airport without any material chosen without any FM certification. The only way to fully assess an cladding system is to perform a realistic scale test on the composite product incorporating correct joint details and fixings, which is time to time we do productions specially produced for the project or for the design of the architect. The only certification which assures panels and tested for fire performance and natural hazards performance such as hail and wind-blown debris. FM approved benefits and certification. As you know, FM Global is independent, insurance proven, research driven, risk management. Compliance with legislation, CE marking and differentiation. Turkey, last 3 years with the involvement to the EU laws, also announced that the the insurance reassurances, also applying the premiums different scale if it is fire retardant materials constructed or without any fire retardant material constructed. We, as in Turkey, the unique company producing FM approval materials, which we have 4 certifications and 3 sub-certifications, and these are the most important ones in construction. PCB is usually used in Europe, which is a UK-based certification. Again, we are unique not only in Turkey, but also in GCC countries, in Saudi Arabia, Gulf region, whole Arabic Peninsula, and in Turkey we are the only one doing this production in this territory. LPCB is very recently, because it's quite difficult to achieve it, and the last 2 years we were working on these material and applications, and we just received actually in January 2015. And the one for the enveloping is at the testing stage, and we are hoping to get it in Q2 of this year. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit of some new arrivals to the market, especially in enveloping. People are looking for long span panels where the metal or the steel structure is less used, and we have developed recently mega long span panels where the span could be almost 12 meters. We have cargo bull panels, which is also for airports very important, where the light structure needed, the storage facilities, or at airport cities where you have the warehouses. And this type of production is also done at continuous line, and automatic high-rise shelving storages is quite beneficiary when you use these type of panels. As a conclusion, fire-safe Kingspan Isopod insulated roof and wall panels offer high reliable products by having these 3 certifications together, and we believe we are unique. Thank you very much, and if any question, I'll be happy to answer your questions.
If we can take the questions at the end, so you can get on with the next presentation.
That's better.
Is probably the more efficient way. Thank you.
What I'd like to do, ladies and gentlemen, is the Kingspan Group are currently involved in the building of one of the largest airports terminals at the present moment in time, which is the Abu Dhabi Airport Terminal in Abu Dhabi, the new Midfield Pier Terminal, which is roughly 270,000 square metres of roof area, of which our company Kingspan is supplying the roof structure, involved in the full design. So what I'd like to do is, this is a monthly flyover video that the Abu Dhabi authority show of the airport. So it'll just give you a very, very good indication as to what actually goes on in the actual supply and installation of an airport. that's really just to give you an indication of, current projects that are currently being built in the region. For any of you that want to keep updated on that, as I say, the Abu Dhabi Authority actually do a new flyover video on a monthly basis, and that is actually loaded up onto YouTube, so it is available for open access for people to view. Okay. But as I say, this again shows you the airport itself. Now, as I mentioned previously, this is only 270,000 square metres of roof area. The airport that you're currently looking at here has a floor area of 900,000 square metres. So the logistics of organising and building something of that scale in such a short period of time as well is going to be totally immense. And just to show you another, just another view of Abu Dhabi. Okay, so other airports that the Kingspan Group have been involved with within the region, extensively on Dubai International Airport, and we're currently involved in the design of the new airport in Dubai. We've worked on Muscat International, Kuwait, Queen Alia, and as a company we offer a full design service back up to the architect to try and value engineer the project from the very, very earliest stages. So working in unison with the architect, with the airport authorities to actually deliver the projects on time. This here just shows you a cross-section and what are the sort of roof structures that we would be involved with. So we're able to perform to the relevant fire standards that are required for airports, but also with regards to the acoustics. So this shows you actual build-up for a standing seam roof system to meet the airport requirements. So the lower area, as you can see, we would have a structural deck which will be perforated for noise absorption from the underside of the terminal building itself. We would then have various different layers of gypsum boards going in there, insulation, vapour barrier, and then a standing seam zip-locked roof on the top to give a total watertight, airtight enclosure to the building. And again, this can be adapted to meet fire performance, acoustic performance, thermal performance. It's a fully adaptable system. Then some of the benefits of the system as well. It can be curved naturally on site to a radii of over 40 metres. We can actually produce a sheet on site rolled out up to 170 metres in one single length. Okay, it can be mechanically smooth curved, it can be tapered, and we're able now, we've just secured a new 3D roll forming machine as well. So very complex geometries that architects are coming up with now, we can offer a solution to suit the requirements. Okay? Site welded watertight penetrations as well. One of the biggest areas for concern on a roof structure is once you start to penetrate the roof, how are you going to seal it to stop the water ingress? Again, various different solutions. We offer aluminium in various different gauges, again to suit the requirements of the project, various different colour. Whatever colour that's required, we can offer. And we're able to go down to roof pitches of 1.5 degrees as well. So a very adaptable system. As Dr. Suat mentioned before, it is a fully FM approved solution as well, and we're able to offer warranties of up to 30 years. And that would be a full Kingspan backed warranty. Okay, I'll be available to take any questions at the end of it, but also if any of you wanted to see a build-up of the actual standing seam Kingspan system, we do actually have one outside in the foyer, and I can explain various different details to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were a party of 3 today doing our presentation, but one of our colleagues, Mr. Pat Lennon, just yesterday lost his mum, so he couldn't able to make it. He's in Ireland, and I will do on his behalf his presentation. This is about the unique structure of our facade elements, and recently quite popular in most of the airports. And we call these facade elements a special name. That's like a brand name, a commercial name. It's Benchmark. So it's 100% by Kingspan. Now, in Kingspan Group, probably we should have done it in the very beginning, but we are actually 5 main departments: insulated panels, benchmark facade systems, insulation department, environmental, and access floors. And all these departments independently work for different projects. And as Paul explained, we start from scratch with all our technical team and give support to the architectural offices, and we design until we physically stand up and to execute the project as well. Now, these are the variety of products which I'm not going into detail, but you can find in our website, or as Paul said, a couple of them are at foyer, which you can touch and look at it, and if any questions, we would be happy to answer. Benchmark facade systems are quite unique and quite intensively used in most of the airports in Europe, in Central Asia, and in the United States. These are a couple of references by Benchmark. This is from the United States. Now, we have global consultation services, full design support, and on-site supervision, as I said in the very beginning. And we do this, 3 of them exclusively, when we agree with one of the parties, so nothing is misled or missing in between. In Benchmark, different, like the cars, you know, you have Volkswagen Passat, you have Jetta, you have Scirocco, and so on. It's like that. We have in Benchmark variety of facade systems. This is called Matrix. We can have it in a couple of insulation with mineral fiber or with our special know-how IPN foam. In the facade systems, as you see, all the details are totally resolved, and one of our power is our technical team capable enough to envelop the building whatever the architect's vision is, which is very important, because sometimes the architect designs something and the construction is something. We have again some engineered type of benchmark products with a couple of other envelopes on top of it, depending on the country or the architectural design, like the brick or the stone and the ceramic type of stuff. In the facade systems, usually the other important part is mainly the corners or the round or the tumps, and these are all again very well solved by our technical team. In wall systems, the other important thing is the connections between the panels, where it gives the aesthetic and optical look, which is also again taken care by our technical department. This is Evolution Design Wall Series, where the variety of colors or different shapes, you can use it. Inspiration is the one with the hidden screw, what we call it, so you don't see the screws. This is again Inspiration Design Wall Series, where you see the couple of corners, especially used in airport cities or the administrative buildings. This is one of our recent creation, which is called Benchmark Create, which is actually a one panel, but you see it's a lot of boxes, but actually it's a one panel. A couple of case studies I would like to show you. This is ThyssenKrupp in Sunderland, UK. Abu Dhabi International Airport, old one, new one. It's a children's museum in Florida. These are all done by Benchmark Products. Edinburgh Airport in Scotland, which is just a few seconds ago I have shown you Create. This is the one. Line Products in Belgium. Brussels Airport in Belgium. If you've been to the Brussels, you will see quite a lot of variety of our Benchmark products down there. Jersey Airport in UK. Burlington. And unfortunately, it's not here today, but we have one good reference, which is a very small airport, which is Hatay Airport in Turkey, in the very southeast of Turkey. I think this is all from our side, Mr. Chalk. If any questions, Paul and myself will be glad to answer.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. I learned a lot from that. You know, being an engineer, you don't worry about the finishes. That's an architectural sort of thing. But clearly, you know, if you look at what's been done in Abu Dhabi, I'd like to speak to some guys in TAB to see that it's quite as easy to do as it seems to be. And so we one or two are ready to answer questions on that. But it actually allows the real expression of intent from the architects going through to the flowing form for what is quite often the benchmark and symbol of that country's entrance and exit. Does anybody have any questions at this stage? No, you've got on display your products.
Yes,
anyway,
that's right.
so that's probably the best place for people to go and talk to. Okay, right. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Okay, so we now move on to our next speaker. Next speaker, Burke Albarak, is Chief Operating Officer from Saudi Aviation. Now, Saudi Aviation operating